going on, guys? This video incorporates two things I love: Dells and gaming PCs. Though they're not commonly associated with one another, I made that happen. Yeah, I guess you could say that. So I bought two Dell Optiplex 330s online on eBay for $60 with free shipping. Well, what's the drawback? Well, number one, they came with two Pentium Ds. They were clocked at 1.8 gigahertz, and they were the equivalent to like a Core2Duo 1.8 gigahertz. There's really no difference between those two. So you can imagine that's probably half the factor as to why they were $60 combined total. But they came with 2 gigs of RAM a piece, two 1-stick DIMMs of DDR2, and no video, just onboard video, one SATA drive, no hard drive, so they're pretty much bare bones when it comes to that. So what I did was I upgraded the CPU. We got a new Core2Duo E7500. It's clocked at 2.93 gigahertz. I don't know this off the top of my head, so loop thingy right here if it happens. And I kept the same 2 gigs of RAM because the purpose of this computer, well, one of them I tried to make it like an actual gaming PC. I wound up giving it to a friend as a refurb, like, because I sold him a computer. The computer broke. Now the motherboard's mounted on my wall, so that escalated, and I gave him one of the Dells. I threw in a 630, 4 gigs of RAM, and the Core2Duo E7500 or something. The purpose of this gaming computer was to... This isn't exactly a gaming... Well, this is a gaming computer. It's an ancient gaming... No, it's not ancient. Old gaming... No. XP gaming computer. And older. This computer is aimed more towards games that are XP, like Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 2000, Windows 98, anything like that. We're talking like the Ultimate Doom, Quake, Quake 2, Doom. I like id Software. But no, LucasArts games like Jedi Knight Academy, Jedi Knight, Dark Forces 2, Dark Forces 1, Mysteries of the Sith. Some other games I threw on there that are more challenging would be Elder Scrolls Morrowind, or can't really think of anything else that I add. Oh, Slave Zero. Actually, one problem I've had with this is Slave Zero. Since I can't find a valid copy of Windows XP, I've had to resort to Windows 7. So I had to put 32-bit copy of Windows 7 on there, and that just eats up so much CPU, and that's what sucks. So that's the one thing I can't surpass with this, because this is the maximum, pretty much the maximum Core2Duo I have in the machine. I could put 4 gigs of RAM, but that's still not the problem, because in the background, Windows is just using almost 30% of the CPU, even more. And then to add in Slave Zero's apparently incompatibility with Windows or a video card or something, it just makes it worse. So I have to deal with frame drops. But hey, I love playing the game, and I'm glad I have a computer just because I love that game. I love that game. A few things I'll mention. As I said, there's Core2Duo now. We've upgraded from Pentium D. I did have to upgrade the power supply because a 250 watt power supply with absolutely no 6-pin connection for any video card is just fucking useless, so bye-bye. The video card I added was an ATI Radeon 4850. I know. Radeon. Totally have no bias whatsoever. I did not upgrade the RAM. Still at 2 gigs. And I kept the case, motherboard, everything's the same. I just pretty much threw in a video card and a new CPU, and we got... Oh, am I gonna store games on the floppy drive? I threw in a 250 gigabyte Western Digital Blue Caviar drive.
That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West side, bad.
There were your friendly bath marks, people. So what can we take away from this? First thing we could take away is click that subscribe button. Second thing we could take away from this is obviously there's complications with gaming. Just, oh my god, on PC it's just a pain in the ass. That's why consoles are so good selling. But why have 3 consoles, 3 generations, when you can just have a computer that'll play every kind of generation? That's the whole idea. The whole idea of this video, though, is that, I mean, yeah, this computer can handle games relatively old. Obviously, the hardware is struggling to keep up with Windows 7 in the background, so then it's struggling to keep up with games, which sucks, because you can see that perfectly in Slave Zero, because it eats up a lot of RAM and a lot of CPU horsepower, and that's what drops the frame rate down to like 30 points. Now, when I was playing Halo, you guys saw that my frame rate went from like 130 down to 2, back up to like 150, and then just down to 3. That's all due to Steam, of course, being in the background. It's all due to Steam being in the background, just eating up so much hardware that it bogs down the machine even more. Now, maybe a future plan for this, I get a, I don't know, maybe 4 gigs of RAM. I don't think I can get a newer CPU in here. This is literally the best CPU I can get for this thing. My main plan to go to here is to get a Windows XP copy, so I can, if I can install Windows XP on this machine, oh my god, there'd be like no background crap. Steam would still eat up a little bit, but wouldn't be as bad as it is now. But clearly the 4850 can handle just about any video game you throw at it. I mean, Unreal Tournament, all the games are maxed out, just so you know. All games are maxed out if I don't put that in there. At 1280 by 1024 resolution. Obviously everything's playable. Slave Zero, even Slave Zero is playable, even at that crappy frame rate. I don't really notice it with that game. I don't know why. I don't know if it just smoothed out, or I don't know. It just feels nice to play. But if I do get a copy of Windows XP or I get 4 gigs of RAM, we'll make an update video. We'll see how this thing does. Don't forget to hit that motherfucking like button and subscribe. Please. 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 Now, you guys go and have a nice day? Evening? Morning? I don't know when you're watching this. Enjoy whatever time you're in.